you for joining us today at Superstars of Sports. I'm your host, Chicken George. Today I'm joined by Chicken DiBiase. Yo. What it is, it's your boy, Chicken DiBiase. I got my Duffy with me. Duffy! Happy holidays to everybody though. Stay on the Duffies. And Chicken Yo Hero. Thank y'all for having me, man. What I tell you. Thank y'all for having me, man. I told y'all what was gonna happen though, but thank y'all for having me. Okay. Thanks, fellas. Thank y'all fellas for being here today. So the Ravens have a tough loss last night. The Ravens fall last night on Sunday Night Football to the Patriots 28-24.
Outstanding performance by MVP candidate Drake May. Finished the game 31 of 44 for 380 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Lamar Jackson didn't get to finish the game. He went out with a back injury. The Patriots wound up pulling it out, finished the Ravens off. This puts the Ravens out of still one step in, but more closer to out of playoff contention.
Here is Coach Harbaugh at the podium.
Guys fought and battled, but didn't do enough to win the game. Didn't do the winning things that we needed to do to win the game. Made plays, but not enough, and made some mistakes that cost us. What question do you have?
Why wasn't Derrick Henry in the game in those, I know the last, but the second to last
The second to last drive, yeah. He was coming back in the game. I think we had Keaton start the game. Derrick and Keaton had talked about that. Keaton had started the other drive, and Derrick came in and finished it off, so it's part of that rotation. He was going back in the game, then we got stopped. I think we had, 2 carries on that out of the 4 plays, maybe? 5 out of the 6 plays.
Were you happy with the play call? First down pass there. I mean, you mentioned Keaton getting a couple carries, but don't you want Derrick Henry in the game at that point? I mean, it's kind of who he is.
I look back and I say, play call's the play call. If it works, we're thrilled about it. If it doesn't work, we're not happy about it. We tried a first down run the second part of that drive and got nothing. So, those get stopped too, especially when they're all up there in the line of scrimmage. So we had an RPO call that ended up being, it could have been thrown actually, and it was given, and they ended up stopping that. I think we got 3 yards on that one. So I don't like the drive at all. Looking back, would I rather have Derrick starting the drive? Yeah, but, Derrick was kind of ready for Keaton to start that drive. And then he was planning on coming in next, so they were working that rotation. You look back on it, I think it's pretty easy to say, hey, he should have been in there or shouldn't have been in there. But we're rotating those guys throughout the game as 2 backs, But yeah, game-winning drive. Do I want Derrick Henry on the field? Sure, I do want him on the field.
What do you take away from the game last night? Let's start with you, Yo Hero today, the Grinch. Okay. What did I tell you? As much as, me being a Ravens fan, of course, I didn't want that to be the outcome, but hey, man, I had to go with my prediction. I'm going to get the belt no matter what. But, the fumbling, the defense wasn't playing all that good in the first half. Well, in the first half of the season. So, what did you think was going to happen? Like I said, you asked me, did I think they was going to go to the playoffs? I said no. Then Lamar get hurt? Man. So if Lamar hurt, we lost this one. The Lions didn't give us no help. They ain't going no playoffs. My takeaway from last night, it was a good game. That's it. We was in position to win. And I thought they was actually going to pull it out, but I don't know. They made that young man May look like, man, we was calling Mayday. Mayday, 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 we need help. This guy chopping us up. You know, I mean, you know, whether a guy's good or not, you know, that fares to be seen, you know. All I can go off of is what he did. So he had a pretty good performance. Got us out of there pretty much. Played with poise. The little bit of attack that we had, he, you know, moved around a little bit. You know, I'm starting to like the guy pretty, you know, a little bit. Outside of that, outside of his play, the defense gave him a little help, especially in that fourth quarter. So, what else do I take away from it? They got a pretty good quarterback over there with the Patriots. You know, that's what the Patriots do. They seem to find a way. Maybe they'll get Belichick back, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this one. But the Ravens moving forward, they're gonna have a tough decision, man, when it comes to the running back. That's what I think. It's gonna be an uncomfortable offseason for Derrick Henry. That's what I think. You know, what I could take away from last night is the Ravens are gonna play hard no matter what. The Ravens are going to put you in a situation to give you a heart attack. That's what I take away from the game. Anything about the Patriots that they did so well? No. It's almost like the Ravens going to find a way to put themselves in these situations. If it's not a late game win or a fourth quarter win, you know, Lamar was in there, I'm sure we would have probably finished it. But, you know, Tyler came in and played pretty good. Just get the job done. Well, what I take away from this game, well, what I take away from last night's game was that we are a team that if we don't play a certain way, we will shoot ourselves in the foot. However, that's every team. My takeaway from last night's game was we are still who I said we are. We're still a playoff contention team. We're still a Super Bowl contender. We still have the best player on the field, which even before he got hurt and even, you know, the past couple of weeks, he still doesn't look 100%. You know, and I'm sure at the end of the season, we'll find out what's wrong with him because that's how players do. That's how the good players do. You don't find out what's wrong with them until after the season, but they get the backlash for not doing this and not doing that when they was playing with Ellen with this certain injury. So, you know, we know that's common. We also know that any you know, little inkling that, you know, Lamar is out, that it's like the floodgates is going to jump on him from, you know, he's not this, he didn't get us there, he's not doing this. And, you know, it's kind of unfortunate. You know, the man put everything on the line out there, but, you know, he got everybody trying to get to him. You know, he don't have the block that he had last year, he normally seems to have. And, you know, it's just a little rough. It's been rough this year, man. It's been rough. So, I mean, you know, like I said, I still feel like, you know, we are a Super Bowl team. The only thing is, we got to get in. You know, that's the thing. We got to get in. I still think we can get in, but, you know, I just think that we got to handle business. First thing, we need some help. We definitely got to handle business. We got to win the next one. And we got to beat the Steelers. We got to pray somewhere along the line something else happens, because I don't think that we'll get in just with the Steelers winning out and us beating them, because we dropped the game. I 100% thought that the Lions was going to give us some help in that situation, and it just didn't happen, you know. So my takeaway is, we still a good team. We still a playoff team. We still got 2 games left that I know we can get in. I know we can. So, and I still see us getting in.
Do you still see them getting in?
Yeah, hell yeah. Man, until we lose these next 2, then I'm going to say we're not going to get in. That's the only way I'm going to say we're not going to get in. But I don't think we're going to lose the next 2. I don't think we're going to lose to the Steelers. I think we're going to smash the Browns. So, we just need some other teams to do some stuff. Some other teams to lose. We need the football gods to really smile on us in this situation. But us getting in, I still believe they're getting in. It just, I'm just wishful thinking with it being a little tougher. But nevertheless, man, good teams are supposed to be in the playoffs. We're not supposed to have a good team on the outside. Now, do I think the Steelers are a good team? Not really. Your record don't always really tell a whole story. They've been not getting in the playoffs years and years and years, and they've been 8-8, stuff like that. And that haven't been telling the story, man. Like, they've been having some bum 8-8s, and they've been having, some fairly good 8-8s. But our schedule, and our record wouldn't tell the way the season went, especially, how we dropped certain games in a row, 5 games in a row, then we had another 2-3 games in a row, those type of things. It ain't going to tell, but us going to the playoffs would be a good ending to just a horrible start, man. That's just really all that I have about it. Like I said, I definitely still see us getting in. It's just a little harder. This is a joke, right? This is a joke, right? This is a joke, right? Man, hell no, they ain't going to no playoffs, man. The Steelers got to beat the Browns next week. And what's the Browns doing? Nothing. So why wouldn't they, Why would I think they're going to get in? Why would I think the Steelers going to give that game up? No, hell no. They know what's at stake. They know they got a 3-game season, just like the Ravens had a 3-game season. So, no, they ain't going to forfeit their chance to win the division, to let us know about it, to rub our face in it. What? Hell no. Hell no, they ain't going. That's no. Outside of that, the Steelers is really playing motivated right now. The past few years they haven't gotten the playoffs, but they have winning records. So they playing motivated this year. I don't think they're going to get in. I don't think they're going to give up their chance, give up their opportunity to get them another Lombardi. The Ravens, they gave up their chance, man. They gave up their chance. They fought to get back in it. Good fight, good team, good season. They're going to have one of those seasons where they don't make the playoffs, but they will have a good above 500 record, so that's good. Hopefully, that'll help the coach keep his job for another year, but that's it. They won't make the playoffs. They'll get a good draft pick. Then they'll get a good tackle, get a good guard, whatever they need up front. They don't need pretty much nothing else. Not like that. They probably need somebody to help them over on that defense. Maybe some linebackers, maybe some linebackers and some up front guys. Other than that, they don't need a whole lot. They was Lamar being out those games was real big on them, not being in a position to be 11-4, a team like that, 12 win season. But no, hell no, they ain't going to no playoffs, man. I don't know, man. I've been saying that 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. They planned that way back in it. Thank you. Kudos to them. You're giving your fans something to, cheer about. That's it. With what seems like to be backlash from season to season, Will Coach Harbaugh be the Ravens head coach next year if the Ravens do not make the playoffs? I think I think that when we ask, does a coach deserve to be, to keep his job, is a few things that I factor in for that, right? I factor in, does that coach affect winning? Meaning, does he go out and lose games? Does he go out and lose games? Does he make crucial calls at the end that lose games? Does he, take personnel out, put personnel in? Right now, he's getting backlash for not playing Henry, right? But despite the 2 touchdowns, we got the fumble. The fumble came at a time where I felt like, we can kind of like get a grasp on the game. And when I say get a grasp on it, I mean we can choke them a little bit. We up a touchdown. That's just, all right, we get it back next time. We can go up 2 touchdowns, maybe 10 points. And then, we can kind of like, give them a gut blow. That took it away from us. That took away our gut blow. So when they felt like they had momentum, then throughout the whole rest of the game, what the defense saying, let's get another one. We're going to get them again. Let's get us another one. So, man, I think he should keep his job. There's no way that the Steelers coach can keep his job. There's no way that the Browns coach got his job. And we saying that this coach shouldn't keep his job? What? Man, he's a leader out there amongst all of those men. Don't forget, that was Ray Lewis's coach. We know what Ray Lewis do, his impact on the community, his impact on his team. He was his leader, right? He was Jonathan August's leader. He was, Ed Reed's leader, right? So, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that we just that greedy that we think we going to really get something better. Outside of probably having somebody like Andy Reid, and then I wouldn't even say all that better, right? Yeah, Andy Reid's a good coach, and there's probably some good coaches out there, but who exactly do y'all expect to get? Who y'all think going to walk through those doors and save y'all, and save Lamar? No, nobody. We gotta be better. We gotta play harder. We gotta fight harder. That's all. We can't give up careless mistakes. We can't fumble. We got the ball. 1 minute left, 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, trying to drive to finish the game. What happened? We fumbled. Is that the coach fault? Did the coach fumble? Did the coach have any interceptions? Did the coach have any what's the word I'm looking for? Deflections. No. Do he have any touchdowns over his head? No, he don't. He the one that's out there saying that he the one that said we should go with Lamar over Flacco. He the one that said let go of some of these high-priced guys to get some of these low-priced guys, and then they come in, and then we can still keep playing, and then we won't be hitting our head, and then when somebody go out, somebody can come in. He the one that does that. He the one that does those type of things. Well, he's one of the guys that does it. But at the same time, he ain't the guy that's losing games for us. Right? Now, is he winning games? Well, he winning games when he giving you the confidence. He winning games when he putting you in a game. When he putting this guy in a game that don't supposed to be in a game, so what we feel, and then he go out and have a 2 touchdown day, then he a good coach. When he put the guy in the game, and the other guy that had the 2 touchdowns not in the game now, he a bad coach when we get the loss. But that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault that Zay Flowers fumbled at the end. That wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault that Lamar got hurt. That wasn't his fault. So, yes, he's supposed to keep his job. He's supposed to be there for the next 5 or 6 years, for the next 2 or 3 Super Bowls. Flat out. Okay. What do you think about this, Grinch? think he should keep his job. Yeah. He probably should keep it. He probably should keep it. You know, this ain't on him. This ain't on him. We had him since '08. I mean, if he missed the playoffs this year, I mean, this would be, his 5th time missing it? So, I mean, you know, he had some situations where he missed the playoffs, but they still was winning seasons. Do you count those? You know, do you count those? He won in 16, won in 17, or above 500, still didn't make the playoffs. You know, missed the playoffs in 21. You know, all of these seasons with injury, just about. Lamar was out in 21. Lamar was out in 22, or went down. And the year that I'm talking about, 2015, Flacco was out. So, you know, the guy been here for a long time. He been winning all the time. 4 losing seasons, winning every other year other than that. We got 16 seasons, 16 seasons with us. You know, got 2 Super Bowls. Man, he a leader of men. Man, what more do you ask for, man? Sometimes the fans, they want too much. Like, they want to win every year. You can't win every year. There's no way you're going to win every year. There's other teams that's fighting to win it just as well as the Ravens are fighting to win it. There's other coaches that are highly qualified, just like the Ravens coaches. But for some teams to switch coaches every year, for the last 16 years, they've been switching coaches every year. So teams like the Browns, teams like, you know, a lot of teams, they don't have the same coach. They don't have the same culture. No. This wouldn't be on the coach. How could this be on the coach? The coach didn't hire Cooper. What's the dude name? Cooper Rush. He didn't hire him. When Lamar went down, Cooper Rush ain't coming in and do nothing. Is that on the coach? The coach didn't bring him in. The coach don't even call the plays. The coach got an offensive coordinator who we always have. We always had an offensive coordinator, somebody that come in and run the plays and call the offense. All he do is oversee everything. Not all he do. He does a great job of doing what he do, but it ain't on him. It ain't on him that we had 5 losses in a row. Then we come back, we get three wins in a row. Then we just drop this lat. No, everything not on him. They say should he be the coach because he didn't have what's my guy name? Derrick Henry in the game at the end. So he ain't gonna be in it again. We won the game last week and he wasn't in at the end. So this time he wasn't in the 4th quarter or he wasn't on the last drive, and then now no. Keaton, and we got other running backs. They very capable to be out there and do their job. This guy, damn, I keep on going blank, but this guy Henry, he killing us by putting us in a position to have us flip-flopping. When he played against us, he killed us, man. That's why we got him. We ain't get him for nothing else. When he played against us, he killed us in the playoffs against the Titans in the cold weather, right? So we said we gonna use him. He gonna be a weapon, but he keep fumbling. What y'all want us to do? We got other people. He keep fumbling. He don't need to be out there. That's not a knock on the coach. He don't need to keep fumbling. Steelers hold off the Lions yesterday in a tough win. They had a lot of controversy at the end. However, they did secure the victory, putting them one step ahead of the Ravens in the division, getting them closer to securing the division. What do you think, or how do you think, or what is the ceiling for the Steelers? Where do you see them faring in the playoffs if they do make it? They looking like they will make it now. This game last night versus the Lions, or yesterday versus the Lions, gets them a step closer. How do you think the season will finish for the Steelers? Another asinine question. How far do I think they can go? They gonna go as far as I thought the Ravens was gonna go. Keep it a buck. You know I hate the Steelers, but they kind of set up like the Ravens outside of Lamar, but they got another big time quarterback over there. Aaron Rodgers is gonna go and play and make plays. He used to the cold weather, right? Their defense gonna hold up. They gonna run the ball. You know, they kind of made up like the Ravens. So I think that they can have the same kind of outfit that I felt like the Ravens was gonna have. They're gonna come in. They're gonna play D. They're gonna protect the ball. They're not gonna go over the top like with crazy, like with no craziness. Not no players being outside of their comfort zone. Not no players being out thinking outside of the box. They're gonna stay within their defense. They're gonna stay within their offense. They're going to run the ball when they need to. They're going pass the ball when they need to. So, you know, I think that they can go ahead and get it done, just like I thought the Ravens would have been able to get it done. You know, now, you know, my eyes may be a little bit more open to, you know, the Patriots, the things that they can get done. But, you know, I see them going and handling their business, you know. I see them going to handle their business. The Ravens was going to win the Super Bowl, of course. That's what I felt. But the Ravens ain't in it. All right? Or the Ravens ain't going to be in it. That's just what it is. The Ravens ain't going to be in it, and the Steelers is. The Steelers got the same makeup, come out the same division, you know, playing some of the same opponents, battle tested against some of the same teams. I guess I'm going to have to go with them. It sucks that I got to wave my terrible towel, but it is what it is. No, you know, I don't think they're getting in, period. But if they was to get in, man, no, I don't think they're going to do nothing, man. How he like Lamar? What? They like the Ravens? What? What? How? Because they're in the same division? Because they're playing cold weather? No, they not. They don't have no Lamar. Ain't no Aaron Rodgers old ass, nothing like no Lamar. No, hell no. They got Watt, right? They ain't like us. They ain't like us. They ain't like us. No, sir. They not like us. They got a good coach. I like the coach. Other than that, I don't like nothing about them. Nothing about them. They is phony. No, they not like us. I really can't feel, you know, where you coming from when you say that. You know, did they do a good job this week with finishing off the Lions? Yeah, but they had a lot of help. They had a lot of help. The refs got involved big time in that. And, you know, sometimes you get lucky like that, but, man, hell no. Man, I see them going home first round. First round. They're going to lose to the Bills. They're going to lose. I can see them losing to the Patriots. I can see them losing to everybody that's in the playoffs. That's what I think. I can see them losing to everybody that's in the playoffs right now. So, you know, I don't expect them to do much. I don't expect them to get in, flat out. I expect us to get in, to get this last spot, to get this wild card division win. So, I mean, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. I mean, you know, if you asked me the question, I had to answer the question. I'm just answering your question. So, I mean, outside of me answering your question, I don't think they're getting in at all. So, you know, that's that. That's that. New York Knicks won the NBA Cup. Tell me, what do you think will be the outcome for the Knicks for the rest of the season? The Knicks. So the Knicks last year lost to the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken, right? Brunson is a big-time player. The guys that's around him, supporting cast, Hart, Bridges, those guys, they want to win for each other, right? They want to win for the team, and they want to win for New York. So, you know, do I think that they're going to do something outside of that? Do I think that they're going to win a championship? No. But I can see them getting to the chip. I can see that. I can see that. I can see them getting to the chip. I can see them beating who's ever, the Eastern Conference champ. Not the Eastern Conference champ. Whoever's right there in the finals with them, whether it be Philly, they can beat Philly. They can beat the Celtics without Tatum. They can beat the Raptors. They can beat all these teams that's right here with them. Cleveland. Bust Cleveland. I ain't gonna say that bust their ass. I think that the Pistons may give them a little run, but are the Pistons ready to get over that hump yet? Have they been battle tested? Have they had years of losing in? Those type of things that we say come with winning? I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to go with championship. At least get to the championship. We always look at it, the West, to be a little tougher. I don't think that they can beat, whether it be a Shea, whether it be a Joker, whether it be an Ant-Man in the championship. I don't see them being able to beat those guys. But I can see them getting there, representing the Eastern Conference Finals as the Eastern Conference champion and getting to the championship. So, I want them to get there. I take my hat off to them. If it's a situation that Ant-Man and the T-Wolves not in it, I'm going with Cat. That's my guy. I'm going with Cat. So, we'll see. I like the Knicks, but I don't see them getting past the Eastern Conference Finals. They gave a good fight last year, put up a good fight. However, you got Philly, you got Toronto, you got Detroit. Some of these guys, they're gonna be around at the end. Philly, I like Cleveland. Miami might make a push. Orlando, they starting to, I don't know it's kind of open, but it's just I don't think they're gonna get it outside of nothing else other than their history. I like Cat. I'm a Cat fan. I'm gonna go with Cat, but even with Cat, man, a lady told me in the store the other day. I went to the store to get something, dispensary store, one of them stores, and the lady was in there talking about our parlay and about the team and this and that, and she said that Cat don't never come up for her on our parlay. So I'm like, damn. I couldn't even defend her in that situation because I kind of felt the same way. Cat, I can go put down 20 points on Cat, he gonna get 19. I can go put down 30, he gonna get 28. I can go to put down for 21, he gonna go get 50. So that's Cat, man. And that's kind of like the Knicks, right? If they stay the way they are, I see them going about to the Eastern Conference Finals. The team that's better than them going to get right there. And that's what happened last year. They lost to, Pacers. Pacers got them out of there. Pacers ain't going to be around this year, but then you got Toronto right there. You got, like I said, Cleveland right there. The Sixers, we're going to see what they do. Maybe the Bucks might creep back into the mix. They're doing a lot of crime right now. The Celtics not fully out of it. So, who knows? Just to ask me right now, I don't think that they can do it. Maybe later in the year, they might, maybe turn some heads. They might get a little bit of tighter. I might can give a better assessment. But right now, nah, man. I don't see them going past the Eastern Conference Finals. But, that's still a great season, too. Minnesota Timberwolves retire longtime Minnesota great Kevin Garnett's jersey. He's also hired as the new ambassador of Minnesota Timberwolves. So there's a lot of different roles that entail in that. Finally retiring Kevin Garnett's jersey over at Minnesota. What you guys take on that? We're going to start with you on this one, DiBiase. Big time. That's big time. I take my hat off to the Timberwolves. Big time. For years they've been kind of having a little bit of issues with the big ticket, you know, from what I hear. I don't know why they would, but, you know, things break down when it comes to management, and it comes to a lot of money. And it just comes with, you know, feeling that your time is up. Now, we see that KG went off to play, you know, maybe a lot more years, way more than he was expected to. Won a championship, which I was happy about with the Celtics. You know, his guy facilitated that, Kevin McHale, you know, made sure that he looked out for the Celtics so that they can get another one. But, yeah, man, it's big shit, man. He, you know, like I said, he had his issues with T-Wolves. You know, they're able to put that to the side. They actually offered him a job, the ambassador. So, man, it's a congratulations for me. Nothing else but a congratulations. Kudos again to the T-Wolves for doing that, making that move. Big Ticket been doing some things, you know, with his podcast. So, you know, they got some things and working with that social media type of things. And I'm sure he gonna get the Timberwolves where he wanna be, man. Like, you know, that's what a franchise player is. Like, he left, but he was the franchise player. Like, you know, if you don't win 10, 12, 15 years, you know, a team, they should do what they did for him. They allowed him to go to the Celtics to win, right? Because, like, you can't win here. We can't put nothing together for you, even though I still don't understand that. You can help another team, facilitate them to win, but you can't help yourself win. But, you know, it is what it is. They retiring the jersey, long time coming. Nobody should be wearing that 21 in Minnesota. They need to know that the kid was here. They need to know that the kid was here. He did a lot for that community. You know, still doing a lot. I'm here talking about him, my guy. He's done a lot for people like myself. You know, as a player, just watching him. And, you know, I take my hat off to him, man. Kudos. Congratulations. Hopefully I'm going to be in the building when that happened, you know, get my ticket so I can get over there and see, you know, them raise that 21 up in the Raptors. You know, outside of Malik Sealy, the late Malik Sealy passed, I think in the early 2000s, or the late 90s. It was quite a while ago. He passed with the death, so they, you know, at the time I thought that they had retired the jersey, so it'll probably be 2 jerseys in the Raptors now. That was also, you know, a close friend of KG, so, you know, it'd be good for him to go up there with his good buddy while, you know, he's still here. So shout out to the T-Wolves, you know, for doing that, and shout out to the Big Ticket. I got to give kudos to my man. Kudos to my guy, the Big Ticket. Man, my favorite player, man, outside of the GOAT. Man, but a lot of the makeup from my game comes derailed directly from you, Ticket. You know, the defense, the hard play, the fuck you-ness, right? You know, we not being no friends with y'all. We not being cool with y'all. It's us against y'all. Hey, man, I get a lot of that from outside of, you know, that white lock way of living. You know, I get that from Kevin Garnett, man. Like I can't swear I would think that you was from my hood, man. The way how you carry it, the way how you approach the game, the way how you encourage your teammates, the way how you just embody the game, man. Congratulations. Kudos to you, man. They should have been done that a long time ago. You know, I take my hat off to you. Like I said, you're my favorite player outside of the GOAT, Michael Jordan, you know, and that's what it is, man. You know, I got your post up on my wall. Anything's possible! Right? To this day, man. So, congratulations. Kudos to the Big Ticket, man. Keep going. Keep congratulations on your ambassador, you know, title. I know you're going to do great things with that, man. I'm going to keep watching, keep supporting. Yeah, that's what's up. Big Ticket. Jake Paul suffers a broken jaw in his bout on Saturday night between Anthony Joshua. This would be his second loss. However, his first knockout. Is this the end of an era for Jake Paul? They made some reports that said that he will be retiring after this bout. Do you think that this is a good way for up-and-coming individuals, YouTubers, or, non-traditional boxers to make way and gain their way into boxing? DiBiase? Man, listen, they need to get off that man nuts, man. Shorty is a genius, man. Y'all looking at the fact that he got his ass whipped. I'm looking at the fact that he cashed out. He keep cashing out. What, 60 million? Man, come on, man. He fought, what, 4 rounds? 6 rounds, 6 out of 8. He got 60 million, 10 million a round. Who wouldn't take that? You go on the street, ask somebody right now. Stop in the street, stop. Hey, would you take 10 million for 18 minutes of an ass whipping? You ain't even gotta think long. Hell yeah. Shit yeah. Shit yeah. Give me that 60 million for that 18 minutes of an ass whipping. Give me 6 million for 6 minutes. Man, what? I'm taking that ass whipping happily. Happily. And I think, not saying that he ain't catch him with a good one. He was trying to end the fight. Man was crawling all around. Every time he catch him, the man wound up grabbing his leg. Like, man, what the fuck is this? Pop Warner? That's how Bean used to tackle back in the day, man. Grab a nigga one leg, drop down, him and Dirt Earl. Man, get this bum ass shit out of here, man. Nobody don't want to see this shit, man. I take anybody over that shit, but at the same time, the man got paid. What is it about? They call prize fighters. He got the prize. What the prize wasn't to get the belt. The prize was to get paid. He got paid. He got the 60 million. He probably got some pay-per-view money that we don't know that he probably disclosed and negotiated for himself. He's gonna be able to sell T-shirts, all that shit. He even can make money off himself from now on for losing. He can put out shirts that got him with a big ass, with a broken jaw, with a big eye, whatever. He can put out whatever. I heard him, some of his interviews, it sounded like it was some trolling type shit with his voice all altered. He can put that shit out. And he can make more money off of this. So for the fact that he lost, no, hell no. I ain't really, tripping off that too much. Do I think other fighters should try this? Hell yeah. So you think I would tell my neighbor, hey man, go try to make you 60 million about fighting by doing something that you really don't know how to do, but you can get it done? Who wouldn't? That's the American dream. That's the American dream, to go make you some money, a big bag of money, by not working hard. Not saying that he didn't work hard, he trained, I'm sure, but, for boxers, training is a part of the game. Again, you go find any kind of worker, a nurse. Go get a nurse from out of the hospital, ask her, do you want to come out of the hospital and go make 60 million being a boxer? For one fight, you probably got to train for 3 months. They will say, yeah, I'm sure. You go ask a kitchen worker. You go ask a child care provider. You go ask anybody, any profession. You go ask a driver, would he rather come off the road to go make 60 million fighting one fight? He got to train 3 months for. What? Whether it's, Soda Can Joe or whether it's Mike Tyson. Give me the bag. They got the bag going out. Man, give me the bag. And that young man keep finding a way to get to the bag. We looking at it that the boxing purist is looking at it that he's not a boxer. And then all of the regular people is looking at it that, oh, well, he shouldn't be doing this because he's not a boxer. He shouldn't, and why do they get the opportunity? And I'm looking at it like, nigga, we in this for the money, nigga. We in this for the money. Everything you do every day is about some kind of way to get you some money. It's going to get you some money or it's coming to take your money. That's it. So why not do whatever you can to stack up all the money? Now, Shorty ain't got to fight no more. He ain't got to do YouTube no more. He can chill, like, you know, respectfully in a couple years. He done made 60 this year. He done made 40 off this. He done made up at least more than 100 million off doing this, and we mad at him. We give somebody 100 million right now, we'll say you can retire for the rest of your life. So why can't this young man take his shillings and go about his business? Take his shillings and go about his business. But they so caught up about, because you know why? Because he a white boy. Let him be black and be doing this. Let him be black and be doing this. We'll be saying, get paid, young nigga, get paid. That's all we'll be saying, get paid. Let the man get paid, man. Get off his back. Let the man get paid. I'm glad. Yo, I'm glad he got his ass whipped, man. I'm tired of saying this motherfucker. He telling me he can beat Tank. You want to fight Tank. Man, your bitch ass can't beat no Tank. And all you going to do is run. Because that's all we seen you do the other day. You ran. You came right in the ring and you better run for it, run. Man, nobody don't want to see that shit, man. You beat all them cupcake ass niggas. You know, yeah, they some good niggas that we know outside of Woodley. I mean, you know, them niggas what? No fighters. And Woodley wasn't no boxer. You feel me? All these cupcake ass niggas you beat. We know that Mike Tyson shit, that shit just was some money for Mike. He ain't trying, man. Come on, man. Mike ain't trying to fight nobody, man. Nigga came in there with his ass out. So, you know, when the nigga walk into the fight with his ass out, then he ass out. nigga come in the ring or in the locker room walking around with his ass out, he gonna be ass out. So, yeah, man, I'm glad that nigga lost, man. But one thing I can say, you want to fight somebody, you can fight me. You ain't going to fight Tank. Tank can break your jaw, break your eye, break your teeth, all that shit. We don't want you, don't want that. Just fight me. I'm a regular nigga. I will accept the challenge from Jake Paul. Regular me, Chicken Yo Hurl, a.k.a. the Grinch today for the Ravens. Niggas mad at me. But yeah, you can see me, my nigga. I go a couple rounds. You can go a couple rounds with me. You know, we can get it on. Give the people a good fight, good 8 round. You know, you ain't fighting no more than about 8 rounds. I ain't fighting no more than 8 rounds. You know, yeah. Yeah, you feel me? You holler at me in the back, I might let you win. You holler at me in the back, I might let you win. But, you know, if the price is right, I might let you win. But, hey, just like you jumped out there, what, 2020? Give me a little bit of time. I get my nigga Traquan. Traquan gonna be the trainer. Yeah, we in the building, man. Get Champ. No, look, this gonna be Champ gonna be my trainer. Traquan gonna be my strength and condition nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna go get Ty. Yeah, I'm gonna get the belt. I'm gonna go get Ty. I'm gonna get the belt. Yeah, I'm gonna get the belt. See me. So anybody let that nigga Jake Paul know. I'm challenging you, Jake Paul. We can fight down Upton. We can fight on White Lock Court, wherever you want to go at. But, yeah, if you trying, get back in it. Nigga, then broke your shit. You know, like, you can leave that shit alone, you feel me? Fight regular niggas like me. You're a regular nigga. Fight a regular nigga like me. That's it. Merry Christmas out there, everybody. Be safe. And I hope Santa Claus got you something nice. Yeah, DiBiase, you already know. Happy holidays, man. Don't forget, everybody got a price for the $1 Million Man. See y'all next time. Thank you for watching Superstars of Sports.
Happy holidays.
See you next time.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
I got my Duffies.